What is going on, my friends? Welcome. Grab a coffee, tea, soda, water, whatever it is you enjoy. I'm Simvida, and today I'm really excited to share with you my Louise Golden Fashion Runway Shell Challenge Furnish entry. I know it's a mouthful, but this is a unique challenge because the winning runway will get to be showcased in a live virtual fashion show. So who would have thought back in, I think it's 2019, when the Sims collaborated with Moschino, that this would have opened up an opportunity like this. But I'm not exactly sure if that's the reason why. I don't really care. I love it. I think it's really cool. So because I am not a fashion forward person, I had to do a little research on Louise Golden. I couldn't find much about her outside of her beautiful designs, but I was able to find that Louise Golden is a London-based fashion designer, and I found her design style to be very dramatic, very dynamic, and I was also getting a kind of extravagant, futuristic vibe from her past collections. But speaking of collections, an amazing Sims CC content creator by the name Grim Cookies, he is collaborating with Louise, and he will be bringing their designs into the Sims 4 game for all of us to enjoy. And let me just say, Grim Cookies is an amazing custom content creator. If you do not know who he is, you need to check him out ASAP. He specializes in a lot of creative Sim content, including hair, skin tones, clothing, and he just recently did a collaboration with Gucci. Along with Grim Cookies, another Sims content creator by the name LadySimvida, who has also collaborated with Grim in the past, she will be hosting this virtual fashion show. And please check her out as well. LadySimvida is an E8 game changer. She is also a beauty guru, and she streams over on Twitch pretty regularly. And she is actually the reason that I got back into The Sims after maybe about a 2 to 3 year hiatus. So yeah, not only is this furnish going to help exercise your creativity skill, mainly the reason why I participate in these challenges, but someone's going to get their runway showcased by hundreds, maybe even thousands of people. I don't know the exact numbers, but even if it's like 50 people, how freaking cool would that be? I'd be so stoked. So if you want to participate, you can find the shell in the gallery by searching hashtag Algae Fashion Show. I believe the last day to upload is January 1st, 2021. And then the winner is stated to be announced early next year. And I think we don't have a definite date because it kind of depends on when the collection will be ready to showcase. So you still have a little bit of time if you want to participate. So LadySimvida, she did a live stream, and this is when she made the announcement. And during it, we were given kind of a small brief that included color swatches, key inspirational words, and a small mock-up design. These also can be found in LadySimvida's Discord. But Grim Cookies, he voice chatted in for a little bit, and they were going over details and explaining the concepts. But this is when I started thinking about some ideas that I might want to achieve for this furnish. So from the mock-ups, I was first inspired to do an airplane runway. The designs that they showed us kind of reminded me of the 1960s space age fashion era. Then the LadySimvida, she read over Louise Golden's inspirational words, and a few popped out to me. The words smoke, dark, shiny, concrete, and Blade Runner. Those jumped out to me instantly. Now, I don't know anything about Blade Runner. I had no idea what that even was, but I have a friend by the name Google. So Google helped me look it up after I typed it in search, and as soon as I saw Blade Runner, I knew what kind of vibe that I wanted for this runway. I still wanted to incorporate the plane, just because that was my original idea, so I wanted to kind of pay homage to that concept. So I used the plane parts from Strangerville, and I just think these items are super cool. I normally don't get to use them, but yeah, I just thought it'd be a good opportunity. But I also kind of use these items to influence my vision. So basically, there was an environmental virus. The virus causes people to get sick. Some people unfortunately die, others come out a little bit deformed, and a lucky few are just unharmed. And I know this does sort of sound like COVID, but I swear to you, it's not. I was inspired by Resident Evil, by The Fifth Element, and the little bit that I did find about Blade Runner. So basically, because everyone is infected, the plane, along with all transportation and civilization, just stopped functioning. And after many, many years, only parts of the world are able to be rebuilt and restored to, I guess, the new normalcy. So I did make a small cityscape. I used the animal doors from Cats and Dogs. I also used a variety of thin and single-tiled windows. And I kind of wanted everything to resemble a grungy, futuristic aesthetic. And most of the movies that I watch, neon lighting mixed with a rundown industrial or urban atmosphere somehow equals futuristic, which it's kind of sad if you ask me. It's a slap in the face reality of what we all seem to ignore. So real quick, I wanted to rebuild that floating moon because I forgot to hit record when I did it. And I just wanted you all to see how that came to life. So I rebuilt it really quick on a smaller scale in case you wanted to put it in your build. But here, I thought it would be really cool to show how the city might have regrown itself around all of the tragedies that has happened. And again, using another cityscape, but on a smaller scale this time, I felt building around and within the plane's wreckage could kind of add great visuals, as well as keep that connectivity from one cityscape to the next. I did use the updated half walls to get the different lengths in the building. I'm honestly still not comfortable using the new platform tools, so this is why I went with the half walls instead of the platforms. But then I did enclose the roofs of the buildings using floating countertops. And I used the same Cats and Dogs doors, but no windows this time. I didn't want to take too much away from the focal point at the center stage. I do use a lot of black and darker grays for the building's exterior because the description I found when searching Blade Runner, it stated, and I quote, "From a distance, the world looks impressively vast, but once the camera got tighter, there were little nooks that could feel intimate," end quote. And that kind of made me think of restaurants that are made specifically for romantic couples and how they have deeper tones in their walls and floor treatments and all these dark tablecloths and candle-lit tables. So it does feel a little intimate, but I hope it comes off that way. From afar, the background is artistic, vibrant, and interesting, but as we explore the scenes up close, we get a sense of a more familiar setting. So for this back part of the stage, I'm still unsure if it's going to be used as a visual for the fashion show, or if it's just supposed to be one fluid stage. So that part was pretty unclear. But the only thing we were told was not to build on the stage from a part of adding floors and wall tiles. So I guess we'll see. So my ideal on this side was motivated by the Hunger Games. On the front of the side of the stage, we have a sense of a more educated and cultured environment compared to this back side of the stage where it feels a little more run down and forgotten. And most of the items I used for this backstage I took from the Return to Batu and from the Strangerville catalogs. One thing I will stand by is the build and buy items from the Star Wars pack. They are some of my best in my opinion, and I really love those items. But I did end up making a structure that I do turn into a trader's hut and I put the craft table from Jungle Adventure inside. I kind of felt that individuals who lived on this side probably bartered for goods rather than relying on simoleons. So I do size up a lot of the items on this side. For example, I sized up a display shelf, and all of the sculptures on it as well, they're sized up quite a bit actually. And the idea was to have some type of materialistic items put on display to show how insignificant these things are, kind of in the larger scheme of things, right? Like, they're no longer needed. So once they were really admired and highly wanted, and now they just collect dust because they're not really worth anything. And I thought it'd be really cool to have this backdrop kind of showcase a more organic and slow growth. I did enclose some plants that you see here in a small greenhouse structure. I kind of placed tents around the perimeter of that. Maybe those are the caretakers and protectors of these small but really vital garden. Similar to Ava in the movie WALL-E. This statue here, this does remind me a lot of the Statue of Liberty here in the United States. I placed it as a means to be a sign of hope for the Sims that may have lived on this side and that are just kind of forgotten. So I did go ahead and grab some items from the Hidden Objects catalog as well as the Live Edit Objects catalog as well. And I found these oil drillers that I felt I can kind of pass off as water drillers. So the concept is that these people are drilling underneath for fresh water, but they have to dig like really deep. But in a little bit, I'm just going to be filling up the area more with water, and then I'll fill up the space, the surrounding stage area with cargo and what are they called? With cargo and cage crates. But yeah, I wanted to leave this area kind of mostly bare on purpose to kind of help the idea of this land has been forgotten. Nobody really lives here or cares about it. Plus, I think I saw clips from the recent Blade Runner from 2017. I think that's when the most recent one came out with Harrison Ford. And I saw him living in an environment similar to this. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. So I'm going to head into the game and give you guys a little first-hand view of how the end concept turned out. Okay, so now that we are in game, this is the front part of the stage. We have our runway right here where the designs will be displayed. I kind of wanted to look like maybe there was a bridge right here, and the plane pretty much knocked it out. So over here we have the little buildings that are meant to be full-size buildings in a small structure. The stage will fog up in live mode. And then on this side we have, there are some more buildings, and then I did put kind of a little garbage area, a lot of tagging going on. And then we walk through here in the back part of the stage. So again, I'm not sure what this stage is meant, or this part of the stage is meant to be. I'm not sure if it's for setup or what, but I left it blank anyways. And let us just go straight out here so we can see it in a full vision. And yeah, I put kind of a work area right here in the center. Here is the barter area. So the person who does all the trade, this is where they'll be. There's different cages to put the items, so you know it's less easy to steal. And this is our green garden. As you can see, it's very green inside, and this is what is going to save these people. So we have our tents here, and then it's just kind of surrounded by goopy water and our Statue of Hope. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this build. Let me show it in the daytime actually too. So I think that it's more dynamic at night than it is during the day, but it can use both ways. So I'm not sure exactly if they're going to use it at night or during the day or however, but I mean it looks good either way. So like I said before, there is a little bit more time to submit if you would like to. I will leave the links down to Graham Cookies, the Legacy, to their socials. And again, you want to search hashtag Algae Fashion Show if you want to get in on this. But yeah, this is my last video of 2020. I wish everybody a happy holidays, a happy new year. Let's hope 2021 goes a little bit better than 2020. But I just want to thank everybody for your support. This was my first year creating content on YouTube and being more active within the Sims community. It's been such a great experience. So I just want to thank everyone for your support. Thank you so much. I really would not be here without you all. So thank you again. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, have a wonderful rest of the year. I will see you all next year. It's going to be a great year. I know. It's going to be amazing. But anyways, as always, you guys remember that kindness is free, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.